Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mulligan's Island.
We're back. Oh, my gosh.
How we doing tonight? It is great to have Rudy B with us. In fact, I'm in Rudy B's house. We are doing the show from Phoenix tonight. And I'm excited because, as always, we're bringing you another great guest. In addition to Rudy B on guitar, we got David Sheehy, he's been on the show several times. He's one of the favorites on this show. You're going to love his music. If you're seeing him for the first time, you're really in for a treat. He's a wonderful guitar player. He's a great guy. It's going to be a fun night. So I figured we'd just get things started right away. Rudy and I are going to start off with a song, and then we're going to let Dave make his grand entrance. He's coming in on a helicopter. But anyway, we're going to start off with a song for one of our friends on this show who I love this guy. Jason Cunningham is watching us from Colorado, and he's watching us from a treadmill tonight. And we always point out that Jason has lost more than half of his body weight, and he's looking great. Give it up for Jason Cunningham, everybody. Jason, keep going on that treadmill. Da-da-da, da-da-da. All right. This goes out for Jason. Little Bit of Rain. It'll be a fun night, guys. When I was 17 years old, we moved to Pasco. go see. My daddy was determined to make some dreams come true. I swore I'd never let him down as long as I was breathing. Working dawn till dark, side by side, doing all we could do. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. It never rained a single drop, and our dreams were bound to fail. It's hard to watch a whole year's crop turn to dust in one dry spell. There was nothing anyone could do and nothing we could say. Just loaded what was left of our lives on a truck and drove away. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy always told me, son, our luck is bound to change. With a good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. Rudy B. Years ago, and our failures taught me how to reap those seeds my daddy sowed. I woke up this morning and jumped up in my truck. I drove out to the farthest field and I turned my collar up. I walked down in that winter wheat and I touched it with my hands and thanked the Lord for blessing me for those years with my old man. Keeping us alive, for keeping us together, for listening to those desperate prayers and making our lives better. Daddy always told me, son, our luck is bound to change. With a good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. A little bit of rain. A little bit of rain. Going out for Jason Cunningham and kicking off another Monday night on Mulligan's Island. And I want to say welcome to our special guest tonight, David Sheehy.
Hey,
Hold on, I got to hug this guy. Hi, Dave. It's great
Somebody
to have you back.
pinch me. I can't believe I'm here on Mulligan's Island
You
with
are
Mark Mulligan and Rudy B.
You're our ratings boost tonight, so
Oh,
you better
man.
be good. You better be good.
Oh, the pressure.
If you start sucking,
pressure.
we're yanking you. So, all right.
Well, so good to be here. You guys ready to jam with me?
Let's rock, David Sheehy.
Let's do a little bit of country rock with a song called 16 Miles to Dallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Sheehy. You're supposed to go crazy on your couch. David Sheehy.
Rudy, are you ready? Go! To Dallas, gonna see my baby again. been down in Carolina doing road work, playing in a rock and roll band. I saved up my money, I'm gonna pick up my honey, take her to the country with me. 16 miles to Dallas, my baby's waiting there for me. Yeah. I've been driving all night doing 90, wiping the sleep from my eyes. I crossed into the county, you know the lights keep flashing by. There's a sign up ahead, and here's what it said: you'll be there anytime. 16 miles to Dallas, gonna see that girl of mine. Well, the sun's on its way up this morning, I'm on my way doing fine, thinking about my sweet lady, picking up speed down the line. Well, I saved up my money, gonna pick up my honey, take her to the country with me. 16 miles to Dallas, my baby's waiting there for me. Get ready for Rudy B. Here we go. Woo!
So, Dave, I hear you can play that guitar too. Take it away, David Sheehy. Oh, yeah. Rudy B, back to you. How about these boys up here?
16 miles to Dallas, gonna see my baby again. Well, the sun's on its way up this morning, I'm on my way doing fine, thinking about my sweet lady, picking up speed down the line. Well, I saved up my money, gonna pick up my honey, take her to the country with me. 16 miles to Dallas, my baby's waiting there for me. 16 miles to Dallas, my baby's waiting there for me. Yeah, she's waiting for me. Oh, she's waiting for me. Woo!
Yeah, David Sheehy, everybody. David, it's great to have you back on Mulligan's
Man, I'm
Island.
having so much fun already.
David's one of my favorite guests because he just brings energy to the show. You know, we've known each other, I don't even know how many years
24
now.
years.
24 years it's been. And this guy has a passion for music, and I hope you're really going to enjoy him
You
tonight.
bring it out of me, Mulligan.
Well, thanks, bud. I think this is like the 5th or 6th time we've had you on this show. We can't get rid of you, basically. So he just showed up. He wasn't even planned as a guest. He just walked in on us.
Yeah,
He's
right.
like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
playing tonight.
I heard it was free pizza. That was
They couldn't find anybody else, so they gave me a call.
You know, Rudy, you've got 2 requests for this song already, and we would normally do this later in the show, but ladies and gentlemen, it's a rule-breaking night on Mulligan's Island.
Oh, it is.
Because Tim Scott, a longtime friend and fan of the show, would like to hear this, but also my buddy Turk Sims, he's watching us from West Texas tonight. Turk, I know you like that first song we did because you could always use a little bit of rain in West Texas, and it's one of your favorites. But this is a request that Turk and Tim Scott had for Rudy B. Rudy, tell us a little bit about this song.
You know, it's a true story. What can I say? I was having drinks at a bar at a little hotel in Denton, Texas. And this one gentleman came and joined us all. We were after work, and he came over. And sure enough, I said, what brings you here? And he says, you know, I own a waste management company, and I'm learning how to take things to the Denton County dump. Well, I've been to the dump. It's not that hard. So I thought I would ask the easy question. It was, a half-a-day class, that kind of thing? He said, oh, no, sir, I've been here all week.
I love this guy.
But that got me thinking. Well, I said, well, if you've been here all week, you know how to take everything to the dump. And, of course, he got very serious, and he said, well, yes, sir, I do. So one more question. Fine, what do you do with the dead body? That one got him. And sure enough, there was a young man right there. He said, that's easy. You just roll him up in carpet. And this song was born at that moment. Well, my neighbor's dog, he does his business in my front yard. I sort of ran him over when I was backing up in my car. didn't mean to do it. He just got in the way. And it never would have happened if he hadn't been hunting in my driveway. Now I got a body, well, I need to stash. And I roll it up in carpet, put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I roll it to the curb for the garbage man. You see how it works? Well, I need $100,000 to make an X go away. And I ain't got any money left to fix up my own place. And she was coming for money, the stairway, well, it gave way. Well, I got a body, well, I need to stash. And I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I roll it to the curb for the garbage man. And of course there's one more verse. I got this boss, he likes to ride my back. Starts early in the morning and he does it every chance that he gets. Well, he stepped off that curb when I was just driving past. So of course I stepped on the brakes, but I missed and slammed on the gas. And now I got a body, well, I need to stash. And I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I roll it to the curb for the garbage man.
Rudy B! Rudy, you know what I love about when people request that song? That song has so many names. Somebody
does.
just called it, I think Tim Scott wanted to hear the Carpet song. Turk Sims wanted to hear I Got a Body.
Turk, do you have a body? Don't do this at home. Don't do this at home.
Does it have a title?
Yeah. Well, it's great to have all you guys watching. I can see from the request list already. We've got fun people watching the show. See, that's the rule. If you're not fun, just get the hell out of here. You must be a fun person to be watching the show. That's a prerequisite to joining us on Monday. You got to just be fun. Sharon Twardowski, she's the definition of fun. She used to live in my house in San Carlos. She rented it for many years. And when I would go collect the rent from her, we usually consumed quite a bit of rum. I think she was trying to negotiate prices with me, and she was often successful.
You know, Mark, I've never known you not to consume at least some amount of rum. It's rum.
Well, I'd like to send this one out for Sharon. I know for a fact she is missing up in Canada that Sonora Sun. This one goes out for her by request. I got a buddy of mine who's living up in L.A. He's got a 2-story house and a Cadillac Escalade. He likes to call me up whenever he gets drunk, just to tell me how much he misses the Sonora Sun. Sonora Sun, keep shining on me till the day is done. He's had to kick myself for coming back. They got me running like a maniac. Gotta go before the wife hears me talking this way. Now she's laughing at me 'cause she doesn't quite understand how I made it this far in a rusty old broken down van. $50 doesn't go as far as it used to do. Where would I be if I hadn't run into you? Sonora Sun, keep shining on me till my days are done. I've been halfway around the world, but played my brown-eyed girl. Just one kiss had me setting that suitcase down. Sonora Sun, seems you're always on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you know it'd be a waste of my time to ever try to get you off of my mind. I sure love how you shine, Sonora sun. Keep shining on me till my days are done. Oh, you're more than just my alibi. You're my every reason why. They're shaking their heads and they're saying that boy's long gone. In the Sonora sun, in the Sonora sun, in the Sonora sun. My Sonora sun. Nice job, boys. Sharon, we're going to get you back down to that Sonora sun very, very soon, along with a whole bunch of my friends. I'm going to be in Sonora in Rocky Point, October 21st, singing for my friends Charlie and Claudia LeClaire and a whole bunch of Rocky Point friends. And then 3 days later, October 24th, guess what? We do our Welcome Back San Carlos event, and Seaside Realty is putting that on. I can't wait to get back down to Sonora and sing for you guys. Awesome. David Sheehy, what have you got for us?
I think we're going to do a song called Ready, Able, and Willing to Try, which is a song I've been singing for a long time and kind of relating it to my musical career. I'm ready. I'm willing.
And desperate.
I'll try anything. I'll even do a Facebook show. All right. Are you ready and able?
Let's do it.
Rudy, willing to try?
I'm ready.
All right. Most of my life has been on the road, time after time. I might find a home deep in my heart. There's one thing I know, I'll never stop loving you. You give me sweet, sweet inspiration to carry on to my destination. Giving your love without expectations, building my confidence so I'm not sure I'll ever make it. Sometimes it's hard just to get by. If there's a chance, I'm gonna take it. I'm ready and able and willing to try. So many of us give up too fast, afraid of the future, regretting the past. When you have a dream, you can make it last as long as you keep it alive. I'm not sure I'll ever make it. Sometimes it's hard just to get by. If there's a chance, I'm gonna take it. I'm ready and able and willing to try. Come on, Mark. Hardest part has been said and done. Choice was made long ago. I told myself when I just begun, if you never try, you'll never know. I'm not sure I'll ever make it. Sometimes it's hard just to get by. If there's a chance, I'm gonna take it. I'm ready and able and willing to try, willing to try. willing to try, willing to try, willing to try.
Love that song, bud.
Thank you, man.
It's one of my favorites to play
I love
with
playing
you.
it once a year with you.
Yeah, it's great. Well, good. We got more requests coming in. Oh, I love this. I want to say hi to Chris. Chris is watching us from Rocky Point and Margarita Mermaids, where we just had a really, really fun show. I couldn't believe it. Chris can vouch for this. She had just gotten back in town the night before. The bar just opened up. To be honest with you, I mean, that time of year, kind of a slow time of the year in Rocky Point. We thought we'd have 20, 30 friends showed up. And Chris, what happened? We had a packed house of people at Margarita Mermaids. And it was just an awesome, awesome night. I can't believe it. So hello to Chris and to Rick, also her husband, and the whole gang at Margarita Mermaids. She'd like to hear a song that was inspired by radio preachers. I was driving down the road, and he was talking about, you know, when you've got these things you got to do, and there's negativity associated with them, like, I don't know, paying your taxes or can't find a spot to park your car, whatever it may be. If you could somehow divert your mind from all the negativity and just find one weird, crazy positive and focus only on that, how your life would change. It's a message that struck me a lot. I actually went home and I wrote this song. It's on the Rising Sun album, and it goes out for Chris tonight, and I appreciate the request. I get to. I got to. Those three words I grumble just like you. Saying I got to. I sigh and dread those things I gotta do. Gotta get up every morning. I gotta fight rush hour traffic. Gotta do that 9 to 5 thing. Gotta pay my taxes. I don't want to, but I got to. And then it hits me just when I think I got it pretty bad. How many folks would gladly take those burdens off my back? That big list of I got to's that belongs to me and you, there's got a few things on it others wish they got to do. And a little voice says it's a choice. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to go to work and put in a good 8 hours. I get to cash a paycheck. I get to have a job instead of looking for work or getting paid off. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. Now a dozen times you circled round that jam-packed parking lot, but half a mile away, that's where you found the closest empty spot. Thank you, Dave. Here comes that old I got to, about how far you gotta walk, as the car door slams behind you and you stomp off down the block. Now there you go. Don't you know? Help us out, guys. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to stretch my legs and get some exercise, 'cause I guarantee there's someone else out there who'd give anything to ditch that wheelchair. She'd gladly walk twice as far as you. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to answer that phone. I think it was the IRS calling. I know it's just one letter out of 3, but take that O and change it to E. Instead of saying I got to, try saying I get to. might not seem all that bad. That traffic jam ain't backed up quite so far. When you say I'm blessed, I get to own a car. And those property taxes I gotta pay, because I get to go home to a house each day. You'll see things from a different point of view when you quit saying I got to, and start saying I get to, instead of I got to. I get to, no more I got to. I'm gonna say I get to. I do. How about you, Dave?
I get to.
How about you, Rudy?
I do.
We get to. All right, if you guys would give me a minute, I got to call the IRS
We'd
back.
love the suspension.
Actually, I'm not sure it was the IRS, but they're at the door.
If I find out that was one of you guys calling me, I'm going to be mad.
You could throw in, I got to turn
but-
off the phone.
By the way, the joys of live shows. I want you to know we scripted that entire thing. That entire phone call was scripted. So I hope you all fell for the bet.
It was your brother.
Was it my brother?
Steve.
Was it Steve calling?
Uh-huh.
Steve, if you're watching, I'll call you back later. Okay? All right. Welcome to live shows, guys. I love it. So, hey, we got more requests coming in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, Phyllis Warner and Dennis are watching us tonight, and I believe they're up in Alaska.
Wow.
And Kathy's watching us from down in Green Valley, where hopefully I'm going to be singing soon. But, Rudy, I see another request on here for you. All right.
Rudy.
Rudy, let me just give you some advice from a seasoned pro. Turn your phone off. You know, seriously, it's always right. Dave, does this happen to you? It's the blender in you're singing in a bar. When does the blender go off? Always at the most emotional moment of Desperado.
I can't hear the blender because everybody's talking, so.
Yes, yeah. But the blender never goes off during Margaritaville. It's always like, but your feet get cold and
Well, in this one, you know, I wrote this one for Beth, and it was her birthday over the weekend. So happy birthday again. And so I just don't want to goof it up because, you know, it's kind of a special time for her.
Yeah.
And it's written about her, and it'd be really bad if I said some wrong names in here or something really. Yeah, oh, yeah. So we don't want to do that. Well, you know, well, it was kind of a lark. Not much more, a shot in the dark. And could have said no right from the start. But just one look, it spoke to my heart. It's a house that's sitting on a lake, a shady spot. Well, it looked so great, I didn't think that it would wait. And she said yes. That's a true story. Yes, she said yes. And now I'm sitting in the shade, watching boats go by. And I really had to say, wow, what a life. And then I'm waving every time a boat goes by. And then I really started wishing that I was that guy. So I went to find a boat second hand. I talked to Dallas, the boatman. I want that new one. Well, I confess. And she said yes. she said yes. But it could have been a different tale. She could have said, give it a rest. She could have said, just plain no. But instead, well, she said yes. Well, she said yes. She said yes. Well, and I never would have ever guessed. All I had to do was ask, and she said yes. Well, my old car, well, it's too old to get parts. 19 years. But it runs really good. Well, it usually starts. I keep a pan on the floor, 'cause everything leaks. And it couldn't be fixed, so I bought a new Jeep. And it was out with the old and it was in with the new. A fat new payment, well, it came with that too. I could have gotten by with something less, but she said yes. Ah, she said yes. But I know that this girl sounds too good to be true. But before all of this, well, I already knew. I asked her if I could fall in love with a girl named Beth, and she said yes. Well, she said yes, and I never would have ever guessed. Someone who caught my eye, now I can't get her out of my mind. She said yes, she said yes. Well, and I never would have ever guessed. Well, all I had to do was ask, and she said yes. Oh, she said yes. Oh, she said yes. She said yes. That's my sweetie. Happy birthday.
And women are rushing the stage, kissing Rudy B. Hey, Beth, could you do me a favor? Would you mind taking that Yeti that's right there? Because we need to show them what your position is in this band. So, you know, in case you're wondering how relevant Beth is in this whole situation, she does more than just run the Facebook show and the cameras and the audio and all that kind of stuff. But you have to see what her real job title is. Let's see if you can see it. Hold on. Did you guys see that? Hold on. Hold it up a little more. Band manager. Beth is the band manager. It's now official because it's on a Yeti cup.
There you go.
So, Beth, congratulations on your birthday. We had a really fun time. She ended up spending her birthday selling merchandise for Mark Mulligan in Sierra Vista, Arizona. But
It's a dream job.
yes.
Oh, my God.
You can spend your birthday this way, too, folks. Just let me know if you have a big party, big celebration you want to plan. Talk to me. Maybe I'll get you selling my shirts, my CDs. It'll be one rockin' birthday for you.
What's the pay?
Pay? What?
A Yeti.
You get your name on a Yeti cup. That's the pay.
I can hardly
That's
wait.
the pay for tonight, just so you know. But did you read the fine print in this contract my lawyer sent over? All right. Bye, Dave. All right. Back to Rick. All right. What do you got?
I got a song. Yeah, you recognize that chord, Rudy?
It's a really good chord.
Let's
I
just
like
do
that
it.
one.
I know, me too.
Okay.
I played it one night. I went, wow, I like that chord. What's next after that?
Ooh.
Went, oh, yeah, that works.
Dave.
Let's see how this works.
Oh, this is turning me on.
She's like the wind that blows across the plains. She's got a one-way ticket on the glory train. You feel a kindred spirit you can explain. Ooh, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane. Where she's going, nobody knows. Only time will tell. She comes and goes. The story of her life has no refrain. Ooh, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane. Where she's going, nobody knows. Oh, somewhere Uncle White, standing in the rain, floating down the river, while sailing on the Seine. Wherever you might find her, remember her name. Ooh, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane. Sarah last time I played that song.
What a great song. Great
Thank
song.
you, man. Thank you.
Dave, it's great having you here. Rudy, nice job on that. Yeah.
I'm surprised, Rudy, that you remember all your parts that you had on that.
I remember most of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I wish I did.
Well, we got great requests coming in. Fun crowd watching tonight. Kathy is watching us down in Green Valley. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm going to get down there, Kathy, and sing for you, whether you like it or not. I'm going to walk onto your property, invite a bunch of my friends, and have a house concert because we've been talking about doing this. Now, you know, we've been playing just our own stuff for you, but I'm going to make an exception here. So we're going to talk about what happens when the sun goes down, which here, it's about to happen here pretty soon. Kenny Chesney song here. One thing I love about listening to these Kenny Chesney songs is those guitars you hear on his albums. Well, that's my guitarist there. His studio guitars. Yeah, his studio guitars and his road guitars are my guys.
Nice. Great
guys. And I just love this song. And if you're out there and you're a Kenny Chesney fan, I hope you're going to sing along with us on this one. Going out for Kathy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sun-tan toes, just a tickling the sand. Got a cold drink chilling on my mic stand. Watching you sleep in the evening light. Resting up for a long, long night. 'Cause when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving. When the sun goes down, we'll be feeling alright. When the sun song going. Now all day long we're just taking it easy, laying in the hammock where it's nice and breezy. We're still recovering from the night before, but when the sun goes down, we'll be back. Come on, Dave. Now when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving. When the sun goes down, we'll be feeling all right. When the sun goes down over the water, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. Rudy B. How about Dave Sheehy over here? Now this old guitar and these dark sunglasses, this sweet concoction is smooth as molasses. Nothing to do but breathe all day until the big moon rises and it's time to play. 'Cause when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving. When the sun goes down, we'll be feeling all right. When the sun goes down over the water, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. Yeah, when the sun goes down. Come on, everybody. We'll be grooving when the sun goes down. We'll be feeling all right when the sun goes down over the water. Everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. Yeah, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. Yeah, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. Yeah, man. Very
like
cool,
that.
Kathy. Thank you for the request on that. It was fun singing a
that
Kenny
song come
Chesney
from?
song in.
That's a Kenny
It's a Kenny Chesney song, yeah. All right, we got more requests coming
Well,
in. I
I see
love
I
it.
got some peeps up there on the board.
You do. The David Sheehy
You
crowd
see that
is
Dawn
is-
Marie
is
Davis
requesting.
right there?
Yeah.
That's my oldest sister. She's the matriarch
Oh,
of
wonderful.
12 of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, am I wrong, or does every name in your family begin with a D?
Well, there's Dawn, right?
Okay, tell
Then
us the
there's
names.
Diane, Denise, Danny, Debbie, David, Doug, Dean, Doria, Devin, Dale, and Derek.
Guess what religion they are?
Mom and Dad were Donald and Dorothy. May
Wow.
they rest in peace. And Mom had number 13 all picked out just in case. She would always tell everybody, yeah, I had 13 picked out just in case its
Edward.
name was going to be Damn It. Rudy, it had to be a D, Rudy.
Oh, I'm
Damn it.
I was just thinking they'd break it, but you know. Hey.
Might have started with a G.
So I'll get to those songs when I can. And all the way from Sweet Home, Oregon, there's Sweet Home Honey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's-
So you got a couple of requests here. Let's do these.
Debbie Howe, that's who.
Hi, Debbie.
She is Sweet Home Honey.
I know. You've talked to us about her. Hi, Debbie, and thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you on the show with us. So, Mr. Sheehy, plays a song.
Well, okay. I'll do well, let me do for my sister Dawn. She loves this song. It's a very laid-back tune, kind of in the stylings of Jackson Browne, if you will, because, he's one of my favorite artists ever. This is called The Best Way I Know How. You guys just play. It's in G, so just play as many riffs as you want and try to cover up the vocals.
Every vocalist wants that, David.
Once I was lost, I was lonely, I had no one to call my friend. And I thought I'd make it if I'd only learn to depend on myself and no one else. Afraid of my own shadow, I'd take the back roads into town, convinced that I was being followed. I'd move along without making a sound. I really wasn't sure why I did it. It took a while, but I soon realized I'm just an ordinary guy, here to live and here to die. I'm doing it the best way I know how. Imagine you were sailing and found that you'd become lost at sea, with no chance of ever returning. I felt as though this was happening to me. My ship was slowly sinking, and no one came to my rescue. Oh, but that's when I started thinking, I'm not the only one this ever happens to. Sometimes you can see yourself falling. It can happen right before your very eyes. But if you ride out the storm, the sun will shine and keep you warm. I'm doing it the best way I know how. Well, sometimes you can see yourself falling, and it can happen right before your very eyes. But if you ride out the storm, the sun will shine and keep you warm. I'm doing it the best way I know how. Well, I'm doing it the best way I know how. I'm doing it the best way I know how.
Beautiful, you guys. That was great.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yeah.
Doing some nice licks
Nicely
there.
done, both of you guys.
Thanks for picking a song I haven't played in 20 years. No.
You know, I think it's so cool that your sister tuned in to
yeah.
watch this. I love it. That's happened on several. Jimmy Stadler, when we had him on, his family was watching. I love the support you guys get from your family on this. That's so cool.
That is her daughter's favorite song. She was kind of, I wrote it on a piano. Wow. So she was kind of there when
They didn't
when
get
it took
mad? Did they
place.
get the writing off? Obviously. It's really
Well,
bad.
other thing
I love the levity, Rudy.
Other thing
Keep up the
I really
humor.
love about Dave Sheehy, honestly, is, and this is the first time I met Dave, I noticed this. I love people who have just positive energy to them, and your songs, so many of them have a really uplifting message, just positive, and I think that's really cool, especially these days. You know, if you turn on radio these days, things are just kind of dark, and I love this kind of stuff. So thank you
very
for
much,
doing
Mike. I
that
appreciate
musically and your songwriting and all. And Dave, in a moment, I'm going to have you talk to people about where you're playing and where they can find information about you. If they
Where
wanna,
am I playing?
if they want to book you, if they want to buy your music, whatever they want to do. So we're going to get to that. But I want to say hello to my friend Maria. She is watching us up in Canada. Maria is just an awesome person. She would come with me on my Alamos trip, and her husband, Stu, who's now living in that zip code, great guy. He was probably 80 years old. And every morning he would go out and he would hit the steps up to the local lookout point. And there's like 360 steps going up. And that guy at 80 years old would go up there and do that every morning of the trip. He's a lot like Jason Cunningham and Bobby and Leslie. They watch this show from the treadmill also. These people are getting healthy. I love it. But I think of Stu when I see Maria's name on there. And Maria, thank you for joining us. They hosted me up in Chilliwack up in Canada. And that was really cool. But I know Maria, like Sharon right now, is missing that white sand, that warm sun, and that salty H2O. So we're going to bring her a little of that right now. You ready? got a constant craving, can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's much too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. You know what, Dave? This intervention's useless. It's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean. Who needs 12 more? When you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! Now it goes back to my childhood, that very first trip. Watching the waves rolling mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Now the sea's outside my window, there's a beach outside my door. Those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. What are they, Dave? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead. You got it, into the white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Take us there, Rudy B. How about this guitar, man? Rudy B. Hot. Take all your sweaters and set them on fire. Slap on some sunscreen, put on some Kelly McGuire. Then turn around and run right to the place you ought to be. Get your butt to some beach share with Rudy B. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Living by the sea is so good for the soul. I pinch myself and wonder who could ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. There's no cure for this addiction. Every day I overdose on white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! Are you guys addicted? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Yeah! Going out for Maria.
That's fun.
We're going to get
That's
you
a
back
fun
down there to
song.
San Carlos, Maria, very, very soon. All right. So we got more requests coming up, including for you. So Debbie out there, another Debbie, would like to hear a song.
My dear, dear friend, Debbie Howe from Sweet Home, Oregon. We call her Honey. A few years ago when we were up there visiting for the River Rendezvous, she said, David, I've known you how many years and you've never written me a song? I said, give me a year and I'll take care of that. Next year it came back, and here's the song that I wrote for Debbie called Sweet Home, Honey. You guys ready? Here we go. In a place called Sweet Home in the Oregon Pines, on the Cheyenne River lives a good friend of mine. She's a brown-eyed girl with long flowing hair. If you like to go, I'd like to take you there and see my sweet home, honey. She's a bright shining star. She's my sweet home, honey. She's gonna love you just the way you are. From the break of dawn till the sun goes down, you can't help but smile when she's around. She loves to dance, she loves to sing, she loves just about everything. She's my sweet home, honey. She's a bright shining star. She's my sweet home, honey. She's gonna love you just the way you are. It's time to go to River Rendezvous. There's nothing else I'd rather do. Husband is there with Hank and Jack and baby girl. The park's my favorite place in the whole wide world. Rudy B. It's time to go to River Rendezvous. There's nothing else I'd rather do. Husband is there with Hank and Jack and baby girl. The park's my favorite place in the whole wide world. She's my sweet home, honey. She's the bright shining star. She's my sweet home, honey. She's gonna love you just the way you are. Everybody sing this. Sweet home, honey. She's my sweet home, honey. She's my sweet home, honey. In a place called Sweet Home in the Oregon Pines, on the Santiam River lives a good friend of mine.
Nice.
Love you guys.
Debbie, hope you like that. That was really, really cool. So Dave and I figured out something in the middle of that song. I figured out a way for us to both get rich, Dave. Yeah. Because he looked at me during that song when Rudy was doing the lead. He said, "This sounds a little like White Sand and Warm Sun." And I said to him, either I stole your song or you stole mine. Let's sue each other. We're going to sue each other. We're going to get rich.
Or let's
segue
segue them
for
together.
$2 million.
Let's marry the two songs together and have a double hit.
Well, this is so cool. I'll tell you what. I'd love to have Rudy do a song here. Jason is asking for this one. Then I'm going to come back and Dave, see home, Dave and Leanne. I got a song coming up for you, too. Rudy, I'd love the story behind this song.
Yeah, this the story was interesting because, we ran into another lady down in Sierra Vista. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. So the story started out that when Mark and I were doing a show in Reno, there was a couple just sitting right in front of us, kind of front row seats, and they were so just really, really into it. So when we ended, I went over to say hi and just kind of chat for a minute. And as I was talking to them, the husband said to me, she's deaf. And I was kind of surprised. He said, well, she can read your lips. But I said, but this is music. So how can you do that? And he said, she can feel the music. And she really, really, really loves it when she can feel it. And so I said, well, my guitar vibrates. I can feel it when I play. I went and grabbed this guitar. I walked over. I put it in her lap. And I just reached around and I played for her so that she could feel what the guitar feels like when somebody's playing it. And that just gave her such joy. It was just beautiful. And out of that came this song.
Rudy B, everybody.
Played guitar most of my life. I started when I was 10. It took a couple years to fall in love, but I've been ever since then. The hours would pass by while I just played and trying to learn something new. And every time I got a little bit better, the more that love grew. And friends would come and we would play, we'd pass our guitars around. And I was surprised the first few times by how different they would sound. 'Cause it was never quite the same, even when we played the same part. 'Cause it was a different instrument on the other side of the guitar. She was at one of my shows, smiling the whole time. And I went over to say hello, and her husband blew my mind. He said she can't hear a thing, but she can read your lips. She loves the way the music feels, and that's why we're here for this. I grabbed my guitar and I gave it to her. I stood behind and I reached around. As I played, she could feel that guitar, even though she couldn't hear a sound. The smile on her face with every note was the greatest gift by far. As she learned how it feels on the other side of the guitar. And it's just a little bit of magic, the way music soothes the soul. Sitting down with a great guitar and playing all of those notes. 'Cause if you cry, it will weep, and if you scream, it will too. 'Cause that guitar, it will emanate whatever's inside of you. Well, it's really simple. It's just the way things are. Things are just a little bit different on the other side of the guitar. Things are just a little bit different on the other side of the guitar.
Awesome,
Mark,
dude.
thank you, Mark.
Love it, man.
What a song.
As a player, that just, struck a chord in me.
Cool. I mean, that song gets me every time. And
Thank you, Rudy.
like you said, Rudy, I mean, we had another person, Sierra Vista,
Yes.
who came to the show, and we heard the same thing. She could feel the music.
Yes.
And I think that's just amazing. So,
Yeah, me
wow.
too.
Our
Me
music
too.
goes
Really just-
out to beyond those who can hear it, you know? So that's great. Great job, Rudy. Thank you guys for all these great requests coming in tonight. If you have something you'd like to hear, we'd love to play it for you. We got a lot of Dave Sheehy fans watching tonight, too. But, Dave, tell us real quick, what do you got coming up?
I have to look at my calendar because then there.
Thanks for being
I don't
prepared
know.
for tonight's show. Really appreciate the preparation that went into tonight's show. That's big time on you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like anything coming up in the near future, like Arizona stuff.
Well,
in general, where you're playing. Give us a
In general,
rough idea.
Well, there's a wine bar at Tatum and Greenway right by PJ.
Okay, he doesn't know the name of it, but
PJ and
just
Tom. It's called Grapes and Hops.
oh, there it is.
Yeah. In fact, I got to get a hold of PJ and Tom and say, hey, where are you guys?
Oh, yeah, we know.
So,
where they
you know,
are.
a couple places I play are patio settings, and they haven't started yet, but they'll start in October. Timo Wine Bar.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so David,
Local Johnny's in Cave Creek. You know, but you go to my davidsheehymusic.com.
Oh, you got a .com.
I got a .com. Yeah.
You're so cool.
And
I'm stuck with .net.
David Sheehy Music, and my website. My schedule's up there, my song list, everything you need to know about David Sheehy.
That's great. More than you want to know about David Sheehy.
Way more than you want to know. Yeah.
Including some sexy pictures of you. I mean, pictures of you. That's what I meant. So
hey, I wanted to throw something at you guys.
yeah.
This may be a first on Mark Mulligan Facebook show. It may be the first of any Facebook show.
Please don't tell me you're going to strip naked.
No, I'm going to teach you guys a song that you've never heard before. I got a new song
Half
in my
these
repertoire.
songs we played tonight we've never heard before.
Well, this one you've never heard before. It's a brand new song. We'll show you people how you go about bringing two people into a song that you've written and get their parts going. All right?
The pressure's on.
So first, Bruce, if you're out there,
I hope this is
you
easy.
inspired this song, Bruce.
Is this easy? Because if it's
It's
challenging,
very
I'm
easy.
out. I'm out.
It's very easy. It's one of those rockers in the key of A.
Okay, you said
It does
rocker.
have a little break that goes like this.
Okay, I'm already out. I'm going to let Rudy take this one.
Seriously?
Keep talking.
All right. Anyway, Bruce would get in my face in the gym all the time, and he'd just look at me and go, "You can do it! You can do it!" So I thought, I'm going to write a song called "You Can Do It," and it goes like this. You guys ready?
Okay. All right. See how it goes. We've been practicing for years to play you guys this song.
You can do it. You can be what you want to be. You can do it. You can see what you want to see. You can do it. You can go where you want to go. You can do it. It doesn't matter who you know. You can fly around the world, never come back. You can ride the bullet train until you run out of track. You can do it. You can do it. Just put your mind to it. You can do it. You can do it. Now get behind the wheel and give it gas. You can do it. Take names and kick some ass. You can do it. Don't say you can't when I know you can. You can do it. Yeah, it's all just a part of the plan. You can climb the highest mountain and get to the other side. The grass might not be greener, but at least you'll enjoy the ride. You can do it. You can do it. Put your mind to it. You can do it. Rudy B. You can do it, Rudy. You can do it. You can do it. Just put your mind to it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Just put your mind to it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah. I love it.
All right. That was fun.
Nice job. Just like we rehearsed it, by the way.
Yeah.
Very cool. So that's a brand new song.
Brand new.
I love it. Very motivational. God, we got to go do motivational like speeches and stuff. Seriously, with "I Get To" followed by that song. People are going to come out just pumped about life.
The best way I know how.
Yeah. I love it. Well, nice job. Nice job on the.
And I only left out one verse, too.
Well, very cool. I'll tell you what. Dave and Leanne are watching us tonight, and I was so worried that Monday night is bowling night for Dave, but thank God it's Tuesday night, so he's able to watch tonight. Dave and Leanne are such great people, and we're going to get them back down to Mexico again soon. In fact, we're going to get them back down to a place known as a bar down in Mexico, and we're taking all you guys there right now. Well, I have worked my fingers to the bone, trying to build myself a happy home. But the more I work, the more it always ends up in David Sheehy's hands. What's up with that? So now I've got myself a better plan. Know what it is, Dave? I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. Gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico, and me? Well, I will pack up all my friends one day and head on down where those senoritas play. And I'll be pouring drinks from dusk up till the dawn, while we dance the night away with David Sheehy on. I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. Come on, everybody. Gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico, and me? Well, I'll wake up every morning with nothing on my mind, pouring margaritas in a palm tree paradise. You gonna buy me a what, Dave? A bar down in Mexico where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. Gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico, and me? Now what else could I ever need but senoritas by the sea, the sun, a bar in Mexico, and all you guys sing along with us. La 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 la. David Sheehy wrote this part of the song. La 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 la. We got the sun, a bar in Mexico, and me. All right, going on for Dave and Leanne. Thank you guys for watching tonight. So we have another request for one of your songs here. This is from Chelsea.
Oh,
Who's watching
Chelsea
tonight?
Dawn.
Yes.
I didn't think she was going to be able to watch tonight. How cool. Hi, honey.
Thank you, Chelsea, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about the song.
Well, this is a song that I wrote for Chelsea because she has some things going on in her life that were kind of, getting her down, right? And everybody always says, oh, you got to think positive and things like that and keep the faith, And so when I said keep the faith, it just hit me. Hey, that's the song right there. Keep the faith. And I think it's something that it's another one of those positive songs, Mark.
Well, good.
So here we go. Keep the
Chelsea,
faith.
Chelsea,
Keep the faith, Chelsea Dawn.
Yep, and thanks for being with us tonight. I really appreciate that.
I picked up my guitar, sat down on the couch, and I did this. So that's a song. And take time and look around. Maybe you'll find what you haven't found. You've been too blind and beaten down to know what you've been looking for. Heartbreak is what you've known. Where's the love? The love you should be shown. Even though every day you've grown, she priest who turns her back on you. Keep the faith. Something's bound to change. Don't give up. Love will find a way. It's so hard and easier to say when it seems all hope is lost. Keep the faith. For too long you felt the pain. You know you were wrong. You'll take the blame. It's another day, another name. Gotta find the strength to hold on and keep the faith. 'Cause something's bound to change. Don't give up. Love will find a way. It's so hard and easier to say when it seems all hope is lost. Keep the faith, 'cause something's bound to change, and don't give up. Love will find a way. It's so hard and easier to say when it seems all hope is lost. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Beautiful song, beautiful message.
Thank you, brother.
Love it. Very cool.
I love you, Chelsea Don.
Thank you, Chelsea, for being with us. So Marcy is watching us, and Norma, I see you got a request on there too. Rudy and I love to play that song, so we're going to do both of these. But Marcy is watching us from where is she? In Colorado tonight, but Avon, Colorado, I believe it is, up there with Paul. Hello to both you guys. Yeah. Well, we're going to do this one for them, and yeah, let's do that one. So we had Eric Ramsey on here last week, and was that guy amazing?
Yeah.
You saw that show.
He's an award-winning singer, songwriter,
Oh my
player.
God, he was just great. And so I think we started off the night with this song. It was one of the first requests because he was the blues guy, and as for me, people often ask me, "Come on, can't you sing some blues?" Now I don't play grunge 'cause it gets me all depressed. And I don't hard rock 'cause heavy metal hurts my head. I can't rock and roll as often as I used to do. I don't hip hop and I ain't singing no blues. Now techno teeny bop, sorry but it ain't my scene. I'm too white to rap, not tan enough to R&B. But I'll strum a little country, play a little reggae too. Just one thing, buddy, I ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. I got wind in my sails and sand in my old bone shoes. Ain't singing no blues. So you don't hear my songs playing on the radio. And I've never had a hit, but hey, that's how it goes. Now some folks tell me it's time for me to change my tune. Why worry, man? I ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. So you don't see me on MTV, and my name ain't making the news. Ain't singing no blues. Tell us all about it, Rudy B. Got a pretty wife and a whole bunch of kids. Life don't ever get better than this. I don't have fortune, I don't have fame. No biggie, I can't complain. I'm the guy with the guitar underneath the old palm tree. And if I don't sing blues, don't blame it on me. I'm just laughing and loving, living on island time. Dancing through life like a one-man conga line. Ain't singing no blues, ain't singing no blues. Got this old guitar and a girl by my side. She loves me simple and true. Ain't singing no blues, ain't singing no blues, ain't singing no blues. I got a sunburned soul and a permanent smile, and you know my troubles are few. Ain't singing no blues. So chill out, David. I ain't singing no blues.
Why would you?
La 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 la. Don't worry, be happy. I ain't singing no blues.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Marcy, I hope you're doing great up there in Colorado. Very soon I'll be seeing you not only in San Carlos, but Marcy is coming to San Felipe with us, along with a whole bunch. Dave and Leanne are coming. A whole bunch of you guys are coming. That's going to be so fun. We got Kelly McGuire's going, Sonny Jim, Mike Nash. We tried to get Rudy, but he cost too much. Yeah, it would have blown the whole budget. People would have had to pay triple for their tickets.
My grandson is getting married that day. And I have to go to that one in Colorado.
He means he gets to
I would
go.
really like to go to that.
He gets to go.
Maybe I should say I must go to that one. So, yes, I must. I want to.
And you must sing a song, Rudy.
Well, Rudy, I want to do a song with you. This is one of your favorite songs. And we did this in Sierra Vista. It was your request. It was a Jimmy Buffett song. Yes. And what's really cool is our friend Norma from the Midwest just asked us for the song that you love to play. I think this is probably one of your favorite Jimmy Buffett songs. Do we have any Jimmy Buffett fans watching the show tonight? I'm curious. Well, this is a great song. David, we're going to take these guys down to Jamaica on this one. As you might know, Jimmy Buffett he had the seaplane, and it was the Hemisphere Dancer was the name of it. And when he went down to Jamaica, flew down there, actually got shot at by the authorities down there. And in true Jimmy Buffett style, he ended up coming up with a cool song all about it, made it into a great story. This one goes out for Norma and for any parrot heads who are watching tonight's show. We hope you're having a great time. Let's do this.
What's it called?
Make a mistake.
Oh.
Now some folks say that I got the perfect life. 3 great kids, lots of toys and a lovely wife. I fly, I sail, I throw caution to the wind. Drift like a Stratus cloud above the Caribbean. But every now and then, the dragons come to call. Just when you least expect it, you'll be dodging cannonballs. Well, I've seen enough not to stay in touch with a world full of love and luck. I got a strange suspicion about ammunition. I never forget to duck. Come back, back to Jamaica. Don't you know you made a big mistake? We'd be so sad if you told us goodbye. And we promised not to shoot you out of the sky. It was a beautiful day, the kind you want to toast. We were treetop flying, west along the coast. Then we landed in the water, just about my favorite thrill, when some bad guy started firing as we taxied to Negril. Just about to lose my temper as I endeavored to explain. We had only come for chicken, we were not the ganja plane. Well, you should have seen their faces when they finally realized we were not some coked up cowboys sporting guns and alibis. Come back, back to Jamaica. Don't you know we made a big mistake? We'd be so sad if you told us goodbye. And we promised not to shoot out of the sky. They shot from the lighthouse, they shot from the mountains, they shot from the top of the cliff. They'd all gone haywire, we were catching fire, and there wasn't even a spliff. Well, the word got out all over the island. Friends, strangers, they were all apologizing. Some thought me crazy for being way too nice, but it's just another lousy day in paradise. Come back, back to Jamaica. Don't you know we made a big mistake? We'd be so sad if you told us goodbye. And we promised not to shoot you out of the sky. Help us out, Dave. Come back, back to Jamaica. Don't you know we made a big mistake? We'd be so sad if you told us goodbye. And we promised not to shoot you, promised not to shoot you, promised not to shoot you out of the sky. Yeah, going out for Norma. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudy B.
Wondering what you gonna do. Well, I've been watching, waiting for a clue. Will you stand or will you fall? Does it matter at all? Or are you under the gun? Well, are you under the gun? Are you under the gun? Under the gun? Well, nothing's pressing in, getting too close to call. Well, nothing's getting tight, your back's against a wall. Will you really overcome or leave it all undone? Are you under the gun? Well, are you under the gun? Well, are you under the gun?
it all, the things that you've been through. But aren't you better somehow for what you chose to do? For you did stand and you did fall, you couldn't win them all. And you're still under the gun, you're still under the gun, you're still under the gun. You're under the gun. Oh, you're under the gun. Under the gun. Oh, you're under the gun.
Rudy B, everybody. All right. Great job,
God,
Rudy.
I closed my eyes halfway through that song. I thought I was listening to David Crosby and Graham Nash.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Well, I'd like to send a song out for Tom Copeland. Tom is such a great guy. And we had a nice back and forth today about this next song I'm going to sing for you. I don't know if we've ever sung this song on the show. It's not on any CD, but you guys know that I have this streaming channel. And on the streaming channel, there's stuff that's not on the albums. This is one of those songs. Have you ever heard, David, of a songwriter named Skip Ewing? Skip was he was a country singer in the late 80s. He was known for, he had a couple of hits. Yeah, he had some country hits, Coast to Colorado, Gospel According to Luke, Burning a Hole in My Heart. Those were like late 80s hits that he had, top 10 hits, and they were great. But Skip was really, to be honest with you, he wrote like 8 #1 songs for other artists, Randy Travis, Diamond Rio. You Had Me From Hello, Kenny Chesney, that was him. Clint Black, Something That We Do. One of the biggest country songs of all time. I read a note my grandma wrote back in 1923. That was Skip Ewing wrote that song. An amazing thing about that song, one of the most, actually for many years, was the most requested song in country history. And that was a song he went into his producers and his record company and everything, and they mocked him. They said, this song will never go anywhere. Skip got really, really disillusioned with music. Here's a guy who was a hit writer, but he was trusting his instincts more than the industry. And he ended up getting so disillusioned that he sold everything, packed up his car, and he moved. He went to Wyoming. He actually changed his name because he didn't even want people to say, hey, what's it like, playing with Kenny Chesney? What's it like writing songs for Clint Black? He became a horse whisperer in Wyoming and abandoned music, and only because he remarried and to a woman who was, I think she was an artist or photographer, but she knew that he had a love for horses. She knew he had a love for the Wyoming type lifestyle and for songwriting, and she just felt like his talent was going to waste. And she encouraged Skip to get back. If you get a chance to ever Google Skip Ewing, the guy who wrote this next song I'm going to play, check out what I would call Skip 2.0. This is him after coming back from being disillusioned with Nashville many, many years later.
Leaving the scene for a while.
He did. He left for a long time, and I was missing Skip. I was going online. Where is Skip Ewing? He just disappeared, but he came back with an album that was different from his other stuff, a stellar, critically acclaimed album called Wyoming. Your homework is to look up the album called Wyoming. It was really cool. I actually saw Skip when he came back. He was doing a Facebook show just like this, just like we're doing right now. And he is back. He's got another album out now called The Road to California. And I'm a huge fan. He's the guy that
I can tell.
With Jim Croce.
Rudy, can you tell?
It's pretty obvious. Yes, it is.
Along with Jim Croce, I'd say Skip, even though he's an unknown name to a lot of people out there, he was a huge influence on my songwriting, and I'm grateful for that. This is a song that Skip wrote, and it was covered in the early 1990s by a country singer named Doug Stone. Doug had a lot of hits, and this was a top 10 hit, and then it just disappeared from radio. I heard it many, many years later, and I was so glad I heard the song because it described my life with my family. Crammed in this little house in Mexico, 6 of us in a small house, probably, 1,100 square feet, 1,200 square feet. We're all over each other, and I would complain about it. I can't get anything done with all these kids around here. I got no space. Then I heard this song for the first time in years, and I thought, what am I complaining about? This is actually a blessing. And I ended up recording the song. It's on the streaming channel, and hope you like this one. Skip Ewing wrote it. little white house on the edge of town, on a little sad street, just a little run down. Became a home for Bill and Sue, a couple of newlyweds just doing the best that they could do. And when they'd brush each other passing in the hall, Sue would smile and say, this place is really, really small. But you know, love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Love grows best in houses just like this. Before too long, Sue and Bill got to making them some plans to have some Jack and Jills. And what a happy day when the news came in. Oh, but what to do when they found out Sue was having twins? And when they could not pass each other in the hall, Sue would smile and say, this place is really, really, really small. But you know, love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Love grows best in houses just like this. And that little white frame house still keeps them warm, though it's been 32 years since the kids were born. And when they look back now, they hold each other tight and whisper in each other's ears, honey, you know you were right. Love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Honey, love grows best in houses just like this. Love grows best in houses just like this. Honey, love grows best in little houses just like this. Thank you, Tom Copeland, for the request on that one. I sure appreciate it. Love that song.
Did that put an end to your complaining about living in a smaller house?
It did, actually. Seriously, it gave me a really new perspective.
Silver
on it.
lining.
I go by a lot of houses a lot of times, and there's, you know, 2 people live in the house. It's 5 bedrooms, and that's great. I'm happy for them. Just a lot of space, and I don't know. I've gotten kind of accustomed to having the chaos of these kids running around. And for a while, I'm going to admit, I was complaining about it, but now as my kids are getting older, you know, Jose and Marty Sol.
Yeah.
And you're in Alamos.
I know that, but I walk by, you know, I walk by my bedrooms to this day, and I still, when I walk by Marcos and Luis's old bedroom, I still hear their voices from when they were little kids. And every now and then Elsa gets on my case. She thinks I'm so sentimental. But I tell her, what am I going to do when these kids are gone? All I am is a dad. That's all I know how to be. And, you know, when these kids leave, it's going to kill me. Don't grow up, Marty Soul.
Try not to think about it, Mark.
Stay little forever. All right, David Sheehy, what do you got for us? We'll just do a couple more songs, like maybe 2 more songs here, guys. Hope you're all enjoying David Sheehy tonight.
Thank you very much. Rudy, it's in the key of E. Take, you got it.
Let's just sit back and watch you guys, if that's okay. Let's enjoy this, guys.
Ever since you walked out my door, I can't take it anymore. It's just too hard living all alone. Every day I sit inside, Lord knows that I've tried. Listen to me, you better come home. Well, I can't sleep right, and on Saturday night when everybody's out having fun, I fix myself a drink, sit back and think, and wonder what have I done. Well, I did my best to show you that I loved you. Still you said that wasn't enough. That's right. If you would give me one more chance, I'm sure that we could make it last. Listen to me, you better come home. Take me home, Rudy B. Oh, take me around again. Riding on Saturday night when everybody's out having fun, I fix myself a drink, sit back and think, and wonder what have I done. Well, ever since you walked out my door, I can't take it anymore. Listen to me, you better come home. I said, listen to me, you better come home, Rudy B. Woo-hoo.
How about these guys? That was fun. I got to just sit back like you guys had watched that one. Dave, I love how you,
like
sing.
that
I love how
song?
you play. I do.
That's one you probably never heard of mine.
I have not.
You Better Come Home is what that one's called.
Well, did your wife write that?
I wrote that to her.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, this has really been fun. We're just going to do.
Thank you so much, Rudy B. and Mark, for having me.
Oh, man.
I love jamming with you guys.
Just before we started singing the night, Dave and I were talking. Don't you love doing this? I mean, you can tell from our hair, the color of our hair, we've been doing this a long time. We're no boy band up here. We acknowledge that, but I'll tell you what, every guy in this, Rudy B lives and breathes music, and so does this guy. We can sit around and talk about music and just bore the crap out of our wives. It drives them crazy. But you know what? We love it. We live for it. And if I know this is true for both of you guys, if we all won the lottery, we'd still be doing the show tonight. Well, I don't know about you.
I definitely would be, man. Yeah.
We love this. And
and I got a shout out to my wife, Jody, because she comes to every one of my shows, and she's been to 1,000 of them.
Isn't that great? Well, we haven't won the lottery yet, so we do appreciate all the financial support of the show from you guys.
There's that, yeah.
Did you read the T-shirt, everybody?
That's right. That's right. No, you know what? People on the show have been so good about supporting the artists who come in here. Thanks for supporting the show with your tips. Dave was amazed when he told me, he said, I can't believe you've been going now for 4 years. It's actually 5 seasons we've been doing this.
Seasons.
But that is entirely 100% because of these amazing people who watch the show week after week. I hope you guys enjoy the effort we put in. We really try to bring in great guests and try to do nice videos, whatever it may be, and always have something different.
Change it up a little bit.
We do.
When we can.
We do. I mean, I don't know. As a fan, I hate it when people just punch on the clock and do the same thing over and over. I hate scripted shows. I never even want to know what the next song's going to be. And that's what this is all about up here. So thank you guys for allowing us to do this. I'm going to see if we can pull this one up. So. Hold on, Marcy. I haven't done this song in a while, so let me put on my reading glasses. I don't use cheat sheets on songs, but I need to real quickly brush up on the third line of the song. I think I just learned it. And if I screw it up, will you guys cut me some slack? I wasn't
Nobody
expecting
cares.
to do this song, but I try to do things without a cheat sheet, so we'll give it a shot. And now I can't look at it because the reading glasses are off, okay? I'm committed at this point. I'm fully committed.
Oh, you too. I take the glasses off.
Take the glasses off, Dave. There's no cheating on this song. All right, let's give this a shot. Marcy would like to hear this song. Marcy, my only request from you is no crying on this song, Marcy. She's watching us in Colorado. When this world starts a reeling from that pressure drop feeling, we're all treading water each day. There's a way to feel better, be well set to weather the storms till the sun shines again. When your compass is spinning and you're lost on the way, like a leaf in the wind, hear me when I say, bubbles up, they will point you toward home, no matter how deep or how far you go. They will point to the surface, the plot and the purpose, so when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and the joy, there's always enough. Bubbles. To my friends who are jolly when melancholy, sometimes they let her to sit and share stories of flops and of glories. It ain't half as bad as the sometimes living's a struggle, multiplied double, but we love it too much for the party to end. Bubbles up, they will point you toward home, no matter how deep or how far you go. They will point to the surface, the plot and the purpose, so when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and joy, there's always enough. Bubbles up. So let's raise a glass to the rough and the right, to the bright shining days and the deep starry nights. Rudy, take it away. David Sheehy, what do you got for us over there? All right, sing with us, guys. Come on. Bubbles up, they will point you toward home, no matter how deep or how far you go. They will point to the surface, the plot and the purpose, so when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and joy, there's always enough. Bubbles up, bubbles up, bubbles up, bubbles up. Well, now for Marcy and Paul watching Colorado, we're going to do one more song. David Sheehy, it has been so fun having you on. Everybody, you've been sitting on your couch watching the show. We're watching you. We're going to make sure you get off that couch.
Thanks for being with us.
And dance to the song. What do you think, David Sheehy? Thanks so much for joining us for a great night on Facebook. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Never thought I would say that. Here we go. Everybody. The sand is cool beneath my feet. Gone is the summer's daytime heat. My footsteps crunch along this beach and drift into eternity. A million diamonds light the night, a million candles shining bright. In inky blackness how they shine, as they will do throughout all time. Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Across the ocean ripples flow, pushed by the tides and the winds that blow. Into these gentle waves they roll, their journey's secret whispered low. The soft caress and night's embrace shines on the beach tonight, somewhere on your face. I take great comfort in this truth, that same moon watches over you. Come on, David, join us now. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. All right, here we go, Dave. Every little bit, every atom of my being begins to stir and starts into singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, the treasure forever, shining like some golden doubloon. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. All right, how about David Sheehy? What do you got for us over there? This guy's done such an amazing job tonight, everybody. That's David Sheehy. Rudy B, what do you got for us over there? Oh, God, this is fun. How about Rudy B, everybody? All right, everybody, let's sing this now. Come on. Every little bit, every atom of my being begins to stir and starts into singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, the treasure forever, shining like some golden doubloon. Sky, sand, water, blue. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Everybody help us out, come on. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Hey, thank you, Sonny Jim, for writing that last song. And thank all of you guys for joining us tonight for a great night on Facebook. How about a big round of applause for David Sheehy, everybody? How about this man on the guitar over here? Every week he pulls it off. It's Rudy B. Working our cameras tonight. We got Taylor and we got Beth. Give them a round of applause.
Happy birthday, Beth!
Handling all your comments tonight, our buddy John LeBate. Thank you, John, for doing that. Most of all, thank you guys for making all this possible. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Buenas noches, everybody from Mulligan's Island. We will see you next Tuesday. Thank you, David Sheehy. Thank you, Rudy B.
Let's make our way way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.